Bless me. And welcome I've still got this saggy eye. Welcome to the vlog. If you saw last week's vlog, which I just finished today, it's Tuesday, you'll know that today I have had a migraine, which I've noticed I kind of get round about basically when I've got my period. So I'm on cycle day 2, if you're interested in that. And usually I do feel a bit kind of like I get a sore head, and it's not really a migraine, it's more of a headache. But this one floored me like I thought I was going to be physically sick. And I've spent most of the day eating things like tea biscuits and crisps. But I've also been trying to make myself, like earlier on I had some toast with a delightful combination of hazelnut spread and strawberries on it, because I'm trying to get some vitamins in me. But I do feel, touch wood, slightly better. So what I am going to do now is I've got some new crystals that my friend Maggie gave me. So I'm going to sage them and also sage my beautiful bowl that I got from a charity shop. I'm so happy with this because I had been looking for a bowl to make a money bowl with, which is what I'm going to do tonight. And we literally went into, was it 4 or 5 different charity shops, and I found this in the last one. I picked one up, it was a copper one in, was it the Ayrshire Hospice charity shop in Troon? The most expensive charity shop I've ever been to in my life. I picked up this copper thing with little like ceramic handles, and I thought, oh, that'll do. Like I tried to go by, when I'm looking for crystals and whatever else, I try to go by like a feel, and I didn't really get that, but I thought, it'll do, and copper's a good conduit and blah blah blah. And then it didn't have a price tag on it, and I took it up and the woman went, oh yeah, it's part of a set, it's £50 for the set. And this was after I managed to break a little china thing off of a set they had sitting out just open to the public. Because you know how they've got, in charity shops, they've got random cabinets that they put the good stuff in. This wasn't in a cabinet, this was just open. And apparently the set cost £150. And before I saw the price, I was going to volunteer to pay for the little, it's like a little, almost like one of these, you know, the perfume spray things. But I had been looking at necklaces that were hanging down above it. And as I say, because this thing was just sitting there, I think my jacket must have caught it and it fell. Anyway, welcome to the vlog. That was a very long introduction. So yeah, I'm going to sage my crystals and my bowl, set up my money bowl. I'll show you what I put into it. And I also, today's the 7th of July, so apparently it's a 7/7 portal. So I'm going to do a little intention setting ritual for that, which I was like, pardon me, there's a girl I follow on Instagram called, well, I don't know what her name is. Her Instagram name is Mystic Primrose, and I quite like a lot of the kind of like spells and things that she comes up with, so it seemed quite simple. So I'm going to do that. This is just some extra incense that I'm putting out in the hallway. Don't have a clue what these are, but they're cute. So we have got a pink rose quartz for unconditional love and peace, a pyrite heart for personal power and abundance and wealth, a blue sodalite heart for clarity and communication, a magnesite mini tower to encourage creativity and manifestation, a tourmalated quartz crystal to promote balance, stability, grounding and to protect from negative energy, a white quartz pendulum for when you need a yes or no answer. I've got a, what's the purple? Amethyst one I've been using quite a lot over there, so it's good to have a second one. And then a little clear quartz. Well, this is a blue dragon vein agate bracelet. I don't know where to put these. I'm going to put this little pirate heart in my purse, even though it's 50. Okay, time for the money bowl. First things first, because this is for, represents nourishment, stability and never going without. Then bay leaves. Write intentions on them if you like. Cinnamon sticks are next. Traditionally associated with prosperity and attracting opportunity. I'll get 3 in a jar. A £5 note that I had written this on. You know, I always thought I couldn't do small talk, but now I'm gonna try. I'm on my 50th birthday. And then we're going to put the crystals in. So we've got my pyrite for confidence and prosperity. Then what else are we going to put in? Clear quartz. Amplifies intentions. And then I'm going to put this little rabbit in. Then, nearly there, I need to write. I'm very not prepared for this. I need to write. Ta-da! It looks like something out of Moana. I'm actually gonna, because I'm thinking I could put one of these green candles in the middle, because I actually need, for the little spell thing I want to do next, I need a green candle. Oh my god! And then, so I sealed it with wax, and then you put it under your front doormat, apparently. I'm slightly apprehensive putting you in this for good reason. But anyway, why does it feel like about a week since I've last spoken to you? It's been so long, I can't remember when I did last speak to you. It's now Friday. I am in Irvine. I've just been for a pedicure with Hayley, and I popped into B&M, which is behind there, to get cat food, of course. And I am now, it's only 10:20, but I am now going to head to the gym and train. And then I've got wee Kim in. Her dad passed away on Monday, which is really sad, but I was speaking to her sister Sally, who said that Kim was quite adamant that she wanted to come and train. So who am I to turn the girl down? But yeah, she apparently passed away on Sunday, and they were going to, because her family, so Kim stays in Stewarton. I think I've told you this before, but in case you don't know, so Kim is my Down syndrome client, or Kim is a person with Down syndrome, and she's amazing. She's 48. She lives herself in Stewarton. All her family are in like Edinburgh. But yeah, so I think her dad had been unwell for quite some time. One of the last times I'd spoken to Sally, her sister, she'd said that he was in the hospital with, was it blood clots on his lungs or something? It just did not sound good. And then I had messaged Sally on the Monday, because Kim was confusing me and saying she's always in with me on a Monday and a Friday. But I had said to her, see you on Friday, and she went, no, see you on Thursday. And I was like, no. So I had messaged Sally, and then it came out that this is what was happened, and they were coming over to tell Kim on the Monday night. And then Sally messaged me and said she'd actually taken it quite well, and she yeah, she wanted to train. So yeah, so then I've got Kim, and as it turns out, I then don't have any other clients today. So I was meant to have Sam at 4, but she got a tooth pulled yesterday, and I was meant to have Caroline at 5, but she had messaged to ask if we could move it to tomorrow morning. So I was like, that suits me, fine. So what I think I'll do is go home and get on with some work bits, and get on with, again, I can't remember if I told you this, but so I am very fortunate that I do receive universal credit, albeit it's not very much, not gonna lie, but they recently flagged my claim for review, and that was a whole stress in itself. And I spent the best part of, so Sunday night, I spent hours pulling all like receipts and whatever else, and very neatly, if I say so myself, putting it together in very well organised e-folders and whatever, thinking that I could just upload it as like a zip file or something. But of course, this is a government organisation and they live in the dark ages, and it wouldn't let me upload anything apart from PDFs, and the maximum files that I could upload was 16. So initially I was like, I have about 50 receipts here, how on earth do you expect me to do this? But then I discovered you could put them all into one file. Anyway, it took me far longer than should be allowed. And then of course I then start getting the back and forth from Jordan that was processing the claim, and again the same thing happened yesterday, back and forth. He then told me that I had not been correctly declaring my income, and I went back to him and I said, well, I would like you to correct you, because in my very, very first appointment at the job centre, when I failed, I was told by the advisor, Louise, at the time, that I only had to focus on, it was for White Rabbit that I was to do this. Because to me, being the person that's receiving the universal credit benefit, you would think I would focus on my income and my expenses, but she told me it was from a business point of view. So at no point, I made her aware that I am a personal trainer, and she said, no, just do it for White Rabbit. So of course I told the old Jordan this, and all he could say was, sorry that you were incorrectly advised, and now going forward I am to declare this. And I've now got to resubmit my income and expenses for that time period, and I am praising the Lord that ChatGPT is a thing, because I am going to put my expense statement through it and get it to tell me if there's any that aren't allowed, to hopefully avoid this palaver all over again. This has been going on. I still haven't heard back about my ADHD assessment, despite following it up twice. When I followed it up again yesterday, they came back to me and said that both the psychologist and the psychiatrist were having to speak to their colleagues. I don't know why I'm so complex. I don't know what it is that's like what's causing them such difficulty in coming to a diagnosis. If they think that I am autistic ADHD, why do they not just say that? Like, I don't get it. So I'm still waiting on that. My White Rabbit Facebook ads account is currently not blocked, but not running. And actually, I had one of my calls with Lauren yesterday, who is helping me with like the newsletters and things. When she actually went into the Facebook ads library and was looking at the ads, I'm actually quite glad some of them aren't running, because they're just like, they don't make sense. It's like, so they're putting these ads out basically of a product and then just saying buy now, and they're putting them out to a cold audience who doesn't know anything about the brand. There's no incentive or it's not addressing any problem or anything like that. So initially I was stressing out, because when there aren't ads running, it does mean that basically my website visitors are nil, and that worries me in the fact that I feel like all my eggs are in one basket, in the sense that I'm not getting the website visitors if I don't have ads running. Which is why I've been wanting to like work on the likes of the email campaigns and things. And generally this week has just felt like a lot. I feel like I say that every week, but do you know that way? Yeah. But today I'm just going to focus on enjoying my training, because I haven't trained since Monday, because I had that horrific, was it Tuesday I last spoke to you? I had that horrific migraine on Tuesday, and I was meant to have been going up to have a session with Jen, and then I was going to train like either before or after, but we both cancelled that, and then she had cancelled her Wednesday session, and I could have went up, like I could have made the effort if I'd really wanted to, but I didn't want to. So it's not the end of the world if I only train twice this week. And I could train tomorrow, because as I say, I've got Caroline and Jen sessions, so I will be in the gym, but I'll see how I feel. It's annoyingly warm again. The only good thing about this weather is it's good to hang your washing out to get dry. I'm going to go and listen to some Greatest Showman, see if I can raise my vibration. We're ignoring the fact I don't have suntan lotion on, but I've only got about 2,000 steps left to do. So I came down to Irvine. I'm going to do some journaling, eat my Rocky Road, and paddle. It's actually so nice along here because there's a breeze, which actually is when it's dangerous, because you don't realise how sunny it is. It is so busy here. I don't like it. How dare there be people on my beach? When I tell you this fan is working overdrive right now. I am in my bedroom. I have broken my rule of not working in the bedroom or in bed. Well, I'm not in bed, I'm on bed, because it's just too hot and I want to get a stupid income expenditure done. I am exhausted. After I went down the beach, I popped in. I actually felt okay, like when I was out and about, but I popped into Sainsbury's because they are the only place now that does the world's best hummus. So you can get the Sabra brand in Tesco, but they don't do the garlic and red pepper one anymore. Very niche, I know. And what else did I get? Oh, like garlic butter stuff, which is vegan, which I'm going to try on my toast tomorrow with my mushrooms, so it'll be like garlic mushrooms, and a little chocolate bar. But literally, like, I felt quite hungry, so I made some chicken burgers and rolls, which were really yummy. But it seems to have set off my appetite, and I'm even more hungry. So I've got some vegan chicken pieces there, and sweet corn randomly, which I'm going to have in my hummus, and I'm going to get this income and expenditure done. And I've been trying to make Friday nights as like my vlog editing night, but I mean it's only 6 o'clock, but to be honest, I just, as I say, I've hit a wall and I'm just zonked. I don't know if I've had too much sun today. And I was looking at the weather forecast and it's to be sunny for the next week. Not even just sunny. Sunny wouldn't be the problem. It's the fact that it's... So tomorrow, 23 degrees. 23, 23, 22, 25, 27, 26, 25, 22, 23. It's not the one. You know what's a bit crap? When you put out a request to friends and family and whatever and say, could you help me? Like, could you, so I'm being very cryptic. I'd put on my personal Instagram page saying, like, I'd shared one of the White Rabbit posts and I said, I'd really appreciate any comments, engagement, etc. on this as much as possible. I don't have any ads running at the minute because frankly I don't have the budget for it and it's terrifying the impact this has had. Case in point, no orders and only 180 website visitors. So obviously I can see like who's viewed the story, and so far the only person, or two people actually, so my friend Michelle on Instagram and my sister have commented. Thank you. Sorry, Dad. Oh, look how cute these are. I like the chicken. It's quite big actually. I would quite like things for the bees.
Have you planted your plants yet?
No, I'll do that this afternoon. I like this big thing. I don't think that would fit in my wee car. What about roses? Are roses quite hard to maintain? Oh. Apparently David Beckham's got his own rose now. I only know because I follow gardening with Johnny and he got one at the flower show.
Why did you follow somebody gardening?
Because he's so funny. I'll show you some of his videos. Rhubarb.
Sometimes I've just found life has.
A couple of things will maybe grow to a couple of feet high. Some will grow in that bottom border, but a wee bit height to it. Something that maybe flowers from now on.
From now on.
Didn't get that, did he? He just didn't get it. He didn't appreciate us.
These eyes will not be blinded by the light.
When does this? Oh. What about a rhododendron, an orange or evergreen? What's an azalea? Oh, that's the beginning of the year.
An azalea hot shot.
Hot shot.
A winsome. That sounds sad. A wee bee. Hello. I have been a busy bee this evening. I gardened. Just call me Alana Touchmarch. Because Mum reminded me that I had bought plants a while ago and they were still sitting on the deck in their original pots, and it's been so dry outside. So I thought, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my mind off work and stuff. And if it wasn't for the fact that it was a bit sore on my back with the bending over and stuff, I actually found it quite cathartic. Is that the right word? So I did some weeding of the pots and then I put the new plants in, the ones that have survived so far, and watered them and refilled my ice bath. And now I'm just food prepping for tomorrow. But I have also taken some paracetamol and that squishy thing up my nose because I have a really sore throat. So I'm hoping that I'm not getting something, because nobody's got time for that rubbish. But I actually think, while I'm ahead for once, I might actually close this vlog off. I have no idea what it's like. Again, I never have any idea what it's like until I actually come to editing it. So it'll either be really short or like one of my vlogs, not last time, but the time before, I actually had filmed more than I realised. Oh, look how wrinkly my forehead is. But anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe, please like, please leave a little comment, all that stuff, because it really, really helps me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.